Today we're going to talk about how we were able to save $6,910.98 across 15 legs of flights from July of 2019 to January of 2020. So I'm going to start by breaking down the numbers, because while we said we saved $6,910, we didn't say exactly what we spent. So we spent $1,847.05 across 15 of our flights. So that broke down to $123 per flight, or $61.57 per person per flight. These flights broke out to be 4 round-trip flights, so really 8 legs of flights, and then 7 one-way flights. And with those 7 one-way flights, 6 of them we booked as award flights through United. So we used miles and points to book 6 of the flights, which is where a lot of these savings came from. We used 290,000 points to book those 6 one-way flights, and the 7th one-way flight was only $55 for the 2 of us one way. We spent $1,847 while saving $6,910 off the face value of those flights. So the savings came from booking award flights with miles and points, and since we did that, we were just paying taxes and fees on those 6 one-way flights instead of paying the face value. So that shook out to be a 79% savings off of the list value of those flights. There were 3 ways that we were able to save money on our flights, the first of which was the most important, and that was signing up for credit cards, specifically credit cards for travel rewards. So how this works is there's different credit cards, all of them have different deals, but they function about the same way. When you sign up for a travel rewards credit card, often they have a sign-up bonus attached to it. So if you sign up for this card and you spend X amount of dollars over X amount of time, then you get X amount of points. Specifically, if we're talking about the Chase Sapphire Preferred, which is my favorite card and I think the best card for people who have had credit cards before, but they want to start travel hacking and really want to dive in and get as much points as they can, that is the best card to start with. You'll get a 60,000 point sign-up bonus if you spend $4,000 within 3 months. Chase values those 60,000 points as if it's $750. That's because if you use those points through Chase's booking platform, you get 1.25 times your points. So let's back up a little bit. 1,000 points is worth $10 on Chase's system. This is kind of standard. A lot of airlines use this metric. So if you have 60,000 points, that's a $600 value in points. However, on Chase's platform, if you have the Chase Sapphire Preferred and you book through their platform, you get 1.25 times their points. So that 60,000 points would then be worth a value of $750. However, when we were booking our flights, we were able to get a much better value by transferring our points from Chase to United, which is a 1-to-1 transfer. If you have 60,000 points in Chase, it transfers to 60,000 points in United. And we were able to stretch those 60,000 points to gain us a value of $1,561, which is huge. That's because on the Chase platform, your points are tied to a dollar amount, but on United, it's not necessarily tied to the dollar amount of the flight. So you can potentially stretch your points much further. When we were coming up with our credit card strategy, we decided to target an airline because we didn't want to sign up for 10 or 15 cards. We didn't want to go crazy with it. We just wanted to sign up for a couple of travel rewards cards that would help us gain benefits of being able to book award flights and travel for free. The airline we decided to target was United, specifically because they had a huge hub in Newark and we were able to get a lot of deals on their flights. To target United, we decided to go with the Chase Sapphire Preferred, which has points on the Chase portal, but you can transfer them to United because they're partners. And we also decided to get the United Mileage Plus Explorer card. Erin and I signed up for both of them each, and at the time, the Chase Sapphire Preferred had a 50,000 point bonus for sign up, and the Explorer card had a 40,000 point bonus. So for just the 2 of us signing up, meeting the minimum spending requirements, we were able to get 180,000 points that we could use towards United flights or United's partner flights. So United is part of the Star Alliance, and they have partners all over the world, and you can book award flights on their partner airlines, which is how we were able to save so much money on these one-way flights. Total, we spent 290,000 points getting these deals. The way we were able to make up the remaining 110,000 points that we needed to get all these deals is by spending correctly on the cards. For instance, on the Chase Sapphire Preferred, you get 2 times points on dining and travel. So any purchases you make in those sectors, whether it be a flight or going out to dinner, you get double the points. On top of that, airline rewards programs usually have dining portals and shopping portals that you can sign up for and put your credit card on the file. For instance, United has Mileage Plus Dining, and Mileage Plus Dining partners with local restaurants to then give you an additional incentive to go to the restaurant. If we put our Chase Sapphire Preferred card on file on Mileage Plus Dining, and we went out to a restaurant that participated, not only would we get 3 times points just for being at that restaurant and using that card, but we would also get 2 times points from dining on the Chase Sapphire Preferred card. So going out to eat, which we would do anyway for a date night or out with friends, would then get us 5 times the points. Similarly, they have shopping portals where you can spend money through their portal at somewhere like Nike or Macy's. For each dollar you spend, you get a certain amount of points. So both the dining program and the shopping program can be great ways to grow your amount of points if you're already going to be spending on those things anyway. If you go out to dinner every single night just because you want to gain points, you're not really going to be gaining money in the long run because you only gain a small percentage of points for the amount of dollars that you spend. So if you're spending money just to gain points, it's really worthless. But if you're already going out to eat anyway, or you already need to buy something anyway, it's very worthwhile to use these programs and to pay attention so that you can maximize your points when you're at home just spending money. One way we were able to save a lot of money is we booked our birthday party when we were at home saving at a restaurant that was on the Mileage Plus Dining program. And we had 30 friends come to our party. We covered the bill and we got 3 times points from Mileage Plus, plus 2 times points from our Chase Sapphire Preferred. So we got 5 times the points, and with all those people eating, I think we got close to 3,000 points just from one meal, which was awesome. That's the way you have to hack it to get these points and save money on flights. So the second way we were able to do this and save up money for our flights was to have flexibility in our flight times. This may seem like common sense, but if you have flexibility in when you can fly, you're going to save so much more money. For instance, if you can fly on a Tuesday or a Wednesday as opposed to a Friday, Saturday, coming back on a Sunday, you're going to save so much money because most people are flying on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and they don't have a choice. They work 5 days a week, and they want to leave Friday night, they want to return on Sunday. Or they want to fly Saturday to Saturday. If you can fly on a Tuesday or Wednesday and return on a Tuesday or Wednesday, you have the opportunity to save so much money just because less people are flying those flights, so airlines often lower the price to incentivize people to book those flights. So just have flexibility when you're looking for your flights, be able to set the tracker to look a couple days ahead, a couple days before, and just see if you're able to save any money just by having flexibility. If you're willing to take a flight that leaves at 3 a.m., which means you have to wake up at midnight and get to the airport and you're groggy and it's about 3:30 in the morning. It's before 4 a.m. and we're packing up to go to the airport. Usually a bad idea and you hate yourself in the moment, but you saved hundreds of dollars by doing that, and your past self was happy, but current self is always unhappy. But it always ends up being worth it because we can save hundreds of dollars and extend our travels longer. Number 3, and another very important way that we were able to save so much money on these flights, is maximizing our point value. So as I was saying before, if you book through the Chase platform, you're tied to the value of the flights. A certain amount of points is worth a certain amount of money, which is still good, and in some situations it can still save you a good amount of money if the prices of the flights are low enough. In our situation, a lot of the one-way flights we were looking at, the prices were very high, and we didn't have an option of doing a round-trip flight because our trip was a stepping stone. So we were flying from the US to Colombia, and then Colombia to Ecuador, and then Ecuador to Peru, and we were going down and down and down. The way to maximize the return for us was to transfer our points to United, and through United, when you're booking an award flight, it's always a one-way flight anyway. So even if you're booking round trip, you're booking 2 one-way flights, and each one-way flight has a certain point value associated with it. That point value is not tied to any price of the flights. The flights can fluctuate like crazy, but that point value is going to stay the same. Or at least the point value isn't based off of the money. We were able to get some insane deals for one-way flights because the point value stayed low as the price skyrocketed. For example, we booked a flight from Santiago, Chile to LaGuardia in New York, and for 60,000 points for the two of us, we were able to book those flights. And if you use Chase's method of evaluating those points, that would be a value of $750 through the Chase platform. However, those flights were very expensive at the time, and for the two of us to fly one way from Santiago to LaGuardia, the face value was $2,146. The taxes and fees for the two of us were only $92.26. So just on that one flight alone, we were able to save over $2,000 by using points. That's how powerful points can be at times. If you were tied to the price value and you booked through Chase's portal, it would have been crazy expensive with points, just not even possible. So that's the value of transferring your points to United to use them and have lower values on those one-way flights. Now, the reason we didn't book any round-trip flights as award flights is because round-trip flights are usually discounted already. The airlines are trying to incentivize you to book round trips so you can get better deals on those flights. Also, if you're booking award tickets, it doesn't make as much sense to book a round-trip flight as it does a one-way flight. You can get much better deals since the prices of one-way flights are generally higher. That's why, since we had 7 one-way flights we were taking, we booked 6 of those as award flights. And for our 4 round-trip flights, we just booked them outright and paid cash. However, one thing to keep in mind is that while we were still booking those with cash, we used our Chase Sapphire Preferred card, got double points on travel, to then use those points later on. One final example on how to maximize your points. If you're flying, say, from Newark to Paris, and this flight would cost you $500 round trip, and then you look at United and you see that it's 30,000 points both ways. So it'd be a total of 60,000 award points plus any taxes and fees. Let's say that those taxes and fees would be $100. So those 60,000 points, if we value them through Chase's platform, that would be $750 plus the $100 that you'd pay in taxes and fees. That would be $850 of value that you would be using those award points for a $500 flight. So you need to weigh these flights and make sure that it's actually worth using the points, because in that case, you're actually losing money if you use the points. However, say you find the same flight, but it costs you $1,000, then in this case, it might be worth it to use the points because you'd still be saving $150 of value by using the points. Granted, there's still better cases. We've had a lot of scenarios where we're able to save thousands of dollars per flight just because one-way flights can be so ridiculously expensive. So definitely always do the math. Make sure that your points are saving you money, and also keep in mind that you don't have to use points on every single flight. Some people sign up for 15 different credit cards. They get all those sign-up bonuses and they try to never spend $1 on any flight. And for me, that's just not worth it. I have a total of 6 credit cards. I've had a credit card for the last 10 years, and I don't want to add too many to the repertoire. It's just too many to think about and keep track of. So if you want to travel hack, but you don't want to go crazy with your cards, make sure you target an airline program and you use them as effectively as you can. Make sure to maximize your points so that you can get as much value as you can and save as much money as you can on your flights. So if you want to do this too, and you want to save money on your flights by travel hacking, check out the article that we linked below in the description, which is the 5 ways that you can start travel hacking today. This is largely useful. Anybody can start, and you might as well, because even if you don't sign up for any credit cards and you just sign up for the airline rewards program of your choice, you can start racking up points that will eventually get you to a free or almost free award flight. For instance, our flights from New York to Delhi were only $5.60 per person in taxes and fees. So we only paid $11.20 for the two of us to fly from New York to India, which is crazy. If you enjoyed this video, drop us a comment below. Let us know if you like this format of video, if you'd like more of these. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss any of our new content coming out. We hope this helps you save money on your travels and make travel possible for you, because We always hear travel is too expensive, but really, if you're able to travel hack and keep costs down, it's not that expensive. See you in the next video, and stay tuned.